I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I can do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
I do hate boomers for this, of many reasons, but one thing they did, and I can understand there might have been precedents for this, even for like, okay, let's lube everybody up. All right, let's grab some Vaseline. Let's lube everybody up before we get down to brass tacks, that kind of thing. And I never understood why would I waste my time interviewing and you waste your time if you're just not going to pay me enough? I remember getting some lowball job. We're going to give you $32,000. Like, what the hell was all this negotiation about? Why the fuck did I go to college? Here's our job. You'll find it's competitive. And even then, the boomers gave you the mentality. Boomers they might as well not have existed. You might as well have raised yourself out in the wild with feral cats or something. All right, you would have done a better job. 50-50 one way. What was the better chances? The boomers gave you like the worst. Like they gave you the advice that would just make it horrible. And they really train you to be sheep. Well, you got to start somewhere. You got to start. Okay. I know they offered you $15,000, but you got your foot in the door, right? Loyalty. You show up. You know how I'm a supplicant little bitch to my wife like Tim Walz? That's what you got to be a good Minnesota man, don't you know? You just prostate, you spread your ass cheeks for everyone to fuck you in the ass. Just like all those guys are doing your mother. And then that'll show loyalty. And the promotion at Cargill totally won't go to the cousin of the CEO. No. And then your day will come. The meek shall inherit the earth, don't you know? And so you were supposed to just take whatever job and prove loyalty. I believe that bullshit. But there was a piece of me like, what? Why can't we know what the salary is? Shouldn't we know whether or not we're on the same page to save everybody's time? That was too logical. Way too logical. And kind of the exact same. And I'm so much of a firm believer in this. This is why I got to tip my hat. I'm kind of proud of Gen Z on this one. I know we got a lot of criticism of Gen Z, but it's constructive. We do so because we care. But I got to applaud Gen Z on this. They're not tolerating the bullshit no more. They're all, fuck you, pay me. But I'm thinking it's the exact same thing. And man, we're going to imagine the progress we will make if we could get to the point where you're on the first date. So we got to fuck later on or what? That's what it is. Employees are only concerned about pay. All right. Men are only concerned about sex, generally speaking. I know there's a little bit more nuance there. But yeah, it would be great if we could just look, are you going to fuck or are you going to string us along? Is this going to be we cuddle in bed? Is this going to be like middle school? Is this like, I'm your dinner date? Like a cuddle bitch. I'm your cuddle. I'm your emotional tampon. What are you going to have sex? Yes or no? Yeah, if you could figure that, then we'd save a lot of time. Ladies won't waste your time. Employers wouldn't waste your time. But I'm not joking. I bet you the employers I guarantee you, Lord knows what lurks deep in the heart of HR professionals, but I guarantee you they just get off on seeing you all come in there and, please, master, may I have another? May I have some more? So this article, it's great to see. From Fortune, Gen Z won't even apply to a job if the salary isn't listed. So half of UK firms plan to add pay ranges to listings by just this, the title alone. This right here proves to you that corporation, go fuck yourself, corpos. Just go fuck yourself. You just can't do it now. Here, listen to this. Gen Z won't even apply to a job if the salary isn't listed. So half of UK firms plan to add pay ranges. It should be like today, right? Firms plan to add pay ranges to listings by 2026. FEMA plans to help out people in North Carolina by 2026. Just fuck you. Fuck you. Again, going back to our analogy, it's like you're dating a girl. Like you're not even dating. You're about to date a girl. You're exchanging on the texting on the datograms, and you say, and let's just say in this theoretical world, one, it was a real woman, it wasn't a robot, and two, you could get away. Oh, so you're going to have sex? And she says, we plan on having it by 2020. We'll let you know in 2026. Okay? Okay now? Just a big ol' it's a big ol' psyops to get you all to keep applying and keep frustrating yourself and, "Oh, well." I love to see Gen Zers. I love to see say, "Fuck you, pay me." This is so beautiful. Oh, no. Fuck you. They put it behind a paywall. Oh, you dicks. Hang on. Yahoo Finance got it? Here we go. Here we go. Yahoo. Thousands of UK Gen workers are likely trawling through job applications as we write, dismayed by the lack of transparency over paying the current job, let alone whether or not the job even exists, right? And the opacity of their prospective new employers. But that may all be about to change. Nearly half of UK employers plan to follow a common practice from across the Atlantic Ocean by introducing salary ranges to job offerings. Do we do that here? I don't know. It's been well over 12, 13 years since I applied to a job. Are we listing I remember it was like competitive. Compensation is competitive, which means we're going to fuck you in the ass. Some 48% of workers surveyed by Mercer International said they would bring in salary information in the next 2 years. Right there. It just shows you how untenable, meaning impossible, how pointless it is. Gen Z, man, keep on going. All right, I know, traditional conservative libertarian, I'm over here. You should get a job, you should work, you should be a real man and a real woman and support yourself. But if the rules are so unfair, if they're going to play this fuck around and dick around game, God bless Josh Fluke. God bless him. The patron saint of the labor market. So y'all should tune into him. You guys just fuck these people. I don't watch the presidential debates, but I guarantee you both Kamala and Trump, their plans, well, one, they're all bullshit. They're just lying to get votes right now. But their plans are so too little, too late, too slow, too microscopic, too NBA dick size to fucking make, like, what the fuck? The private sector, we're gonna respond. We're nimble. We're fast. We respond very quickly. No, 2 years. 17%. Well, we formed a committee to put together a commission to have some meetings about holding some meetings about having an investigation conducted about the feasibility, the potentiality of like maybe listing salaries. There's a whole other topic. I was talking to a buddy of mine about how there is just this stupidity. It's beyond stupidity. This brain dead wall you can't get past in corporate America or corporate UK. You just can't get past. I don't know. I'm sure bureaucracy has something to do with it. You get so large, you can't do anything. But there is a undislodgeable stupidity among corporate leaders where it's the classic, I got the switch right here. We could fix this problem right now. And it's in the best interests of the corporation to do so because it's not only going to save, prospective employees time, it will save the corporation time or money. Like, for example, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal with creative industries, video games, movies? Why is it always black lesbian wheelchair vagina? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. How do you keep making shit products? What is the undislodgeable? You say, Cap, you don't understand DEI, the act. Oh, yeah, I know. Fine. Someone just say, no, get the fuck out of here. Where's the president and CEO? Like, you're all fired. Get the fuck out of here. And that's just one example. Long before all that, just anyone who's worked in corporate America, there is this impenetrable wall of stupidity you just can't get through. We're like, you're doing this the wrong way. Here's a much simpler solution if we do it this way. And you used to think, oh no, corporate executives, they are high level. They know so much better and so much more. Like, no, I think trust me, I'm the old gray hair now. Look, nope, there's nothing. As best I can figure, it's ego and pride and rank fucking stupidity. To this day, how long have we been ranting against the stupidity of HR? 30 years, at least a quarter century. Why is HR around? Someone should come in and get rid of that coven of witches who just make it a fucking nightmare for the rest of it. Get them out of here. Fuck you. Get out of here. And this, in 2 years, maybe, it doesn't take 2 years. It takes an edict. It takes leadership. Very simple leadership. Yeah, you listed the pay ranges. That's it. Whoever the president and CEO, you're doing that now. No, I don't give a shit, Karen. Matter of fact, Karen, you're entirely fired. We found this 8th grader that could show up on time and can do pre-algebra. That's smarter than all you HR professionals. He's in charge of HR now. Timmy, go find us some employees. Okay, that's simple logic. 8th grade logic would be better. 48% within the next 2 years compared to just 17 now. Employers have historically been reluctant to engage in salary transparency, fearing it could cause disquiet among current employees who may demand pay raises or fall out with their higher paid colleagues. Maybe you should pay them a handsome salary. Just me, Or maybe you have a conversation. Look, there's inflation. We might be paying people more. Maybe you should increase the pay of your current employees. Several U.S. states have enshrined laws that force employers to disclose salary ranges on their job listings. Nice. I didn't know that, but the UK and Europe have lagged on these regulations. However, amid a tighter labor market, employers appear partly motivated by a desire to attract the best talent and retain their current employees. Last year, Adobe's Future Workforce Study found that 85% of Gen Z workers were less likely to apply for a job if the salary range wasn't listed in the application. It's no different than you see a dating profile, but there's no pictures. Of course. Naturally, dipshits. Don't worry. There's a labor shortage going on. In 2 years, we'll have it solved. We're going to do something about it in 2 years. Gen Z are also much more likely to discuss their pay with their colleagues, breaking a long-held tradition of salary modesty among older generations. I don't know. When was that? It seems like a really positive thing for employers to be doing. Lucy Brown, a DEI and pay equity consultant. Show me a worthless fucking piece of trash human being. Leading consultant at Mercer. Fuck you, Lucy. Get the fuck out of here. DEI and pay equity consultant. Oh, employees who say they're fairly paid are twice as likely to say they understand why they're paid what they're paid. You know what? If they're fairly paid, they might recommend their employer to other people. Thanks, Lucy. Don't know what we'd be able to do without you. Most of the respondents to Mercer's survey said they were motivated by compliance issues with the EU Pay Transparency Directive set to force stricter laws on employers. Oh, okay. All right, so they wouldn't be doing it without this law being enforced. The EU will introduce the directive in June 2026 and attempt to reduce the gender pay gap, which it said was partly motivated by opaque salary differences at the point of application. Or, maybe you could promote girls to go major in subjects that don't fucking what did Lucy Brown major in? Really? I'm so sick of there's no pay gap. There's no gender gap. There's an effort gap. There's an earnings gap, not a wage gap. Men earn more, women earn less. Earn. We work more, we work harder, we work in more difficult subjects. If you don't like that, go fuck a tree stump. I don't care. It's the truth. Do you want to close the gap or not? Or you just want to bitch about it? We just want to bitch about it. Okay, go become a diversity and inclusion consultant. While the boss's perception of pay transparency have veered towards a divided workforce, studies suggest it could be instead motivate employees to work harder, particularly those who realize they are paid more than their peers. Meanwhile, employees have been motivated to seek new opportunities in the past thanks to the salary bump from job hopping. No. While the pay hike for switching jobs has fallen in recent years, current opacity to overpay still inspires employees to make the change. I got the amount of commonalities and similarities between corporate employment and dating. You know how you get a girl to pay you more? You go find another girl. Loyalty. You see what happens to marriage? I mean, really? I worked 35 years as a loyal employee. You're fucking miserable and you're underpaid. Hop around. Go hop on some other dicks. Get a better deal. Come on, right, girls? Your hypergamous nature. You're always looking for a better deal. I'm not kidding. I'm actually being serious. But employment should be the same thing. That's a better branch over there. I'm going to go over there. There's a better dick over there. I'm going to go over there. She got bigger tits. I'm going to go over there. They pay more. They got better. I can work remote. Going to go over there. Corporations are all about capitalism, market, free markets, as am I. But it also applies to the labor market. You go to where you're compensated best. Wait a second. That just meant for us. I mean, for our employees. Mercer's study from last year found that employees who stayed put received a 5.6 raise, while those who left received an average 16.4% bump. That's 3 times. HR professionals view. No one cares about your viewpoint, ladies. The desire to leave for higher pay as a question of fairness. They hope that more salary transparency will rebalance these prescriptions. Not once in the analysis of this article was about saving everybody's time. Not once. That would be, to me, the most important one. Like, is it even feasible? Should we even waste our time? But then HR be like, but then how do we get them to bow down and worship at us? How do we get them to grovel? It's the only reason I'm here. I didn't major in HR to bring about an efficient labor market and staff the company I work for adequately and efficiently. I'm here to see men grovel. I'm here to lay judgment. I don't like his shoes. I reject your resume. You have a white penis. Be gone. Oh, wait, you're gay? Oh, we can be besties. Oh my God. I know. I thought you were straight. I didn't know you were gay. Oh my God. It totes my guts. Come on in. Come on in. We're creating another Disney movie. The previous ones weren't gay enough. We need okay. All right. We did an analysis, and by that I mean we just talked with our girls over here, and we weren't woke enough. We needed more representation. Come on in. You're gay. Some poor gay guy no, I'm gay. I'm really good at marketing or finance or whatever. No, come on, sit on this panel. I really just want to be a programmer. No, come on, fuck your abilities. We're all complete bigots and racist and sexist, or what is it when you so racism is when you discriminate against race, sexism when you discriminate against sex. What's sexual preference? What's that ist? What's the prefix for the ism? Is what I'm saying. Genderism? Is that it? I don't know. We haven't made it up yet. Come on in. Come on. What do you mean? So what if the company's going bankrupt and our stock prices? Ubisoft, come on in. Oh, so there you go. So Gen Z. Sorry, Gen Z. God bless you. Keep doing it. Lie flat. There's no what I like about Gen Z, what you've done is there was the complete whining and bitching and complaining where the labor, not necessarily like the Labor Party, but labor within different countries were always fighting for a minimum wage. And being libertarian, I'm like, okay, fine, you can form unions and all that, but you don't need a law. All you have to do is say no. And I've never understood that. If they're not paying a living wage, then why are you accepting it? Like, you can't live on that? I know somewhere you got to go, you got to start, you got to get some money coming in somehow. I get it. But and certainly don't put your all into it. I was there like, oh God, I need food. I get it. But man, if this is, well, we pay you this paltry amount, you just say, no, it's not enough for me to live on. Goodbye. And now Gen Z is doing it. You didn't need to form a union. You didn't need to pass a law. You just said, no, we're not doing it. Now corporations like, okay, well, we'll tell you what the salary is. Do I need a master's degree? Well, Karen and HR be really pissed off. But okay, I guess you only need a bachelor's for this entry-level position. What about that 5 years minimum experience for the entry-level position? All right, we'll lower it to 3. In other words, Gen Z has done more to advance, I guess it would be labor rights. It's not like to improve the situation for labor within our various countries by just saying, fuck you, pay me. It's great. It's great to see. And I think the internet has shown it. This is why I keep singing Josh Fluke's praises. He shows you it's all bullshit. He shows that these people are scum. You're like, yeah, fuck off. We're done now. Now corporate employers, they're starting to crack. Like, okay, all right. You can work at home 2 days a week. So link below. So you never have to deal with these corporate cocksuckers, or at least you can mitigate them. Let's do some pre-planning. Okay. 1, achieving financial excellence. Of course, you might want to consider taking the less money you need, the less you are reliant upon employers. Okay. To become financially wealthy does not mean go make as much money as possible. It means need the least amount of money as possible. That's within your control. So if you want to go through that, like, oh, what if I were like not need a Corvette? What if I were not to need an 8-bed? What if I didn't want to have a mansion? Which is what all young people are brainwashed. What if you said, no, I actually don't want that? That's what that course teaches you, the philosophy of that. Yeah, it's minimalism adjacent. That's why if you take that course, you get a discount on the minimalism course, but that's not open for enrollment. There's also the dad you never had. I think I have that link down below. Your dad should have trained you on how to negotiate salaries. Your dad should have trained you on how to navigate the labor market. We don't have dads. We have modern day Tim Waltzes who, I don't know what they do. They just stick things up their ass. That's all they do. That's really all they do. Not that they're gay. It's just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh my God, let's shove shit up my ass. Oh, all right. It's the newest Minnesota pastime. And then what else? Bachelor Pad Economics. If you prefer to read a book as opposed to take a course, the Financial Advice Bible for Men and Women who are bold enough to read it, please read that so you are not completely clueless when it comes to choosing a degree, choosing a career. Please avoid the fucking decades of hell I had to go through and every other generation before you had to go through. Following your heart and the money will follow. Where you go, mate, like, do you think brain surgeons have to deal with this bullshit? Brain surgeons, they don't like, no, you're going to pay me an egregious sum of money to come here and save lives. You think they deal with Karen? You think they deal with DEI? You think they got to fight for 15? And they're like, oh, wait a minute, inflation, fight for 25. What's going to be next? Do you have time to fuck around with that shit? Why don't you go and become an accountant? Oh, no, I'm sorry. The other course, that's what it was. It wasn't the dad you never had. It's the world's greatest accounting career. Look, very short path, quick thing. If you want to avoid all this bullshit, you got to choose the right career. All right. And there are certainly many good careers out there. One of which I'd say is go work for the trains. Go work for the railroad. BNSF will hire you 80,000 training right out of high school. You're going to be sent out to bumfuck Montana, but you're going to be compensated and paid. And there's no fucking Karens out there. So that's one thing you can do. Another thing, it looks like accounting is becoming one of the ideal industries to be in because there's a shortage. But the leadership of the accounting industry is doing absolutely nothing to make it easier for people to become CPAs and accountants, because right now, become a CPA, you more or less have to get a master's degree. And they're slowly making progress towards, well, maybe we'll require not a master's degree. And you still look at it like that's impossible. Like, okay, fine. But not enough people are going into accounting. I think the number of accounting majors has dropped by a third. In the past 5 years, like a third of CPAs have already retired. In other words, the macroeconomic conditions for accounting is starting to look real good. And more importantly, accounting lends itself very well to self and remote employment. And whereas you are going to have to spend some time working for other people, there are other subfields within the accounting industry that are not CPAs. You don't have to go get a master's degree. You don't even have to go to college. You could become a bookkeeper, an enrolled agent. There's some other fields, a cost accountant, things like that. And me and Chad put together a course called The World's Greatest Accounting Career, available on Teachable. It's linked down below. And we give you the roadmap. So everyone has to deal with Karen. Everyone has to deal with the insufferable Julie Brown or whatever her name was. But not forever. You get a couple of years experience, you go work for H&R Block, you learn how to do taxes, and then you get certified and you strike the fuck out on your own. And now you're working from a beach in Mexico. Now you're just chilling out. Now you're doing everything online. And you never deal with this bullshit ever again. Oh, there's problems. Yeah, you're going to have clients. There's no perfect solution. But you're not sitting there 5 fucking rounds of interviews. Masters preferred, bachelors required. None of that fucking bullshit, man. None of that. You're not asking permission to work remote. You're just like, I choose to work remote. Go fuck yourself. That's my favorite, is watching the corporals spurg out where you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. All right, there's all your links below. What we got? Super chat. Justified by saying, speaking of becoming an accountant in Mexico, Boomer asked me why I applied. Had to say some BS. No, because you're going to pay me. Dude, honestly, right now, because you're going to pay me. I know. You got to say the right answer. But if I was, why are you applying here? Because I'm like, you're going to pay me. Can we? Because you're going to pay me? Well, what about our culture? No. Like I got a philosophy here, man. I think if you just came in there and breathed some fresh air, like, look, man, here's the deal. You're not my family, right? My family's over there. Okay. I'm going to form a family. I'm not here to be I'll show up. I'll do my job. I'll do the best I can, but I'm here because you're paying me. I'm giving you finite bits of my life that I'm never going to get back. And you're going to give me the money so I might be able to feed, house, and clothe myself, and maybe a little bit of expendable income to go chase some girls and maybe find one that wants to have a family. That's my motivation. I'll show up on time. I'll show up sober. I'll do the job right the first time. There you go. You want that, or do you want me to kiss the ring? What is it? Because if you want me to kiss the ring and I got to go lick Julie Brown's dick, and oh my God, I love the D. Oh, numsies. Oh, I just loves me the D. Oh, me. No, fuck off. Fuck you. Pay me. I don't say that. You can say, you ever see Goodfellas? Our Razor Power, $10. Have you heard of Dry Promotion? Yeah, that was the latest fluke covers. There's a lot of it is just people are bored on the internet. They come up with phrases. Like there's a phrase, man repellent fashion, where girls dress like refugees. They look like Billie Eilish. That was a whole thing. So it says, have you seen this video on man repellent? And I looked at it up. It's been around for 4 years. There's even a website, man repellent. Girls thought it was edgy. A Dry Promotion. It's just for people who have had their lives and their soul sucked out of them at the corporate office, because all they can do is go on LinkedIn for social media. Oh my God, Dry Promotion. That's stimulating to my brain. Back to the TPS reports. Dry Promotion is where they just give you a lot more responsibility and a title promotion, but there's no extra pay. And they actually had people analyze, well, what's a dry pro? Oh, have you heard? They had one of the talk shows with the girls with the long legs. Oh my God. So what's it? It's like The View, but it wasn't. It was like the local version of it. Well, they hired the same brown gal come in. Oh, from Mercer. Expert in tiddlywinks. What do you think, expert in tiddlywinks? Dry promotion. Oh, you mean a title change with no extra pay? Have you ever heard of Dry Promotion yet? And goofy, weirdo HR professionals, career coaches go on national TV trying to convince people it actually could be a good thing. Yeah, I know. It's all fake and hey, don't, man, even me, like I've seen our industry, our industry, red pill. I don't just mean that in the dating sense, but everything is turning into like, OMG, shock, big, colorful font. People regurgitating what people regurgitated. And I'm like, God, we said this shit 20 years ago. That's what it is. None of it is real. None of it is real. Even CNN and CBS, none of it's real. John Fitch is right. None of it's real. Ross the Skunk, $2.56 gallon of gas in Texas. Now mow that lawn. Laugh out loud. Oh, it's $2.56. Ooh, nice. Nice. It's expensive in Vegas. I just got back from Vegas. Monkey Man, $10. Got laid off from job, electrical, with no warning because not enough work. Show up on time, always. Boss didn't have any issues. Performance got rid of me without warning. That could be the economy or the local, I presume, construction industry that might have dried up. It's not you. Let's just put that, Monkey Man. At least, you showed up. No problems, right? It ain't you. So it's something else. The economy or your employer. It could be embezzlement. It could be corruption, like, I'm going to promote my nephew or whatever. Now go ahead, find another job. And if you're licensed, look, Monkey Man, here's the most direct route, right? And it depends on state and union and all this other shit. But it's almost identical to accounting. Get your skill, get your trade, and then get self-employed. That's where the real money is. That's what I would be doing. I'd start looking around for projects on, what is it? Not Meetup. What the hell? Is it Angie's List? Go look for some projects you can do through self-employment. And then I'd go down the quickest path for you to create a business, which is just creating an LLC, and start striking out on your own. Because if you're showing up on time and you're doing the job right, you don't leave a bunch of shit around, here's how it works, guys. Here's how it works. Cousin fucker Joe has his master's license and whatever. Through over 40 years of work, he finally gets his master's license, right? Now he can go create his own company. He doesn't do it right. He's too busy fucking his sister, all right? And his wife is watching because that's what they do. And they bill out at $300 an hour and they pay you $17. Now, cousin fucker Joe might have some expenses and overhead, right? So let's just knock off $100 with truck and equipment and gear and insurance and all that. So it's $200 net. Why don't you go make $200 net? That's what you got to do. And in the meantime, I'd start looking for like some handyman service to go work for, Because if you could do electrical, you obviously have the handyman skills to do other things as well. Adam Schmidt, $5. You've been or going to be with a group about red pill subjects on another channel. It's been a while. You've been or well, I'm on with Rules. I was just on last week. No, I've been busy with other stuff too. I got family stuff going on, and that should wrap up. Nothing bad, just expected consequences of getting old. And then I had to get to the Southern Command, get that all ready to go. And then just a lot of petty bullshit. A lot of petty bullshit. But it's life, you know. Estate planning, that really sucked out a lot of oxygen in the room. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later, Toodles.